Thanks for tuning in, guys, for the GTL EU Contender League game between Chai and Corruption. And I have Farron with me. Hey, Farron, how are you?
Good on bright and early.
Yeah, that too. I woke up half an hour ago. When
Okay, I woke up a bit earlier than that.
I messaged you, that's when I woke up. I'm like, oh, I was, enjoying my Sunday.
It's a good
And
game to stream though. This should be a good one.
it should be actually everyone, playing comp, take out your notebooks and start writing down notes. Because if you don't, then that's your loss. These are the top two teams. Um,
It's the game to study.
I have all their players today. I know yesterday they were having a little bit of issue getting people, but that's not the case when they're playing on EU time. They're fully stacked up. So is Corruption.
Yep, both teams look like they have their main people.
So this time, I banned Westfield and Immortals banned Muro. So we have the bans. It's best of 770, no artillery. That's the best part of the game, and there's no artillery. If there's artillery, the games can be kind of stale. I like it without artillery, especially since Compass or GTL and some other tournaments they have removed artillery, which makes the game really exciting.
Forces teams to eventually make a push.
Mm-hmm. To make different rotation plays. Corruption is ready. So is High. Only one player with the tag Chai is playing though. That's the other. Then maybe they need to change their team name to Tornado or
Yeah, only one.
or EU because Magna is also I think Tornado or has been for a while. But it's just the tag doesn't matter.
Yeah,
The team name they have opted is Chai. They are defending for Himmels. I feel Chai is really good at Himmels.
yeah. I think they have a good lock on what to do on him. So if
Mm-hmm.
it's down, they play it really well. No question about that.
Yeah, let's see how it goes today. So on Tornado side we have Will I Am, or is it William?
Just will.
Will in Super Conk, Parko, Type 5, Fear, APCR in S4, Kellen 50B, Magna, Batcat, and UV in E4.
Over on Corruption side, we have Willows and the QL, Novi, Desert Storm, and TIE 5s, Hanks and Jaxie, IS4s, Celtic and the Fit B, and Hubbards. I think both teams are opting lots of IS4s. It's becoming
I think IS4 are good against Type 5s because of that. I think
each to them.
they they take a little bit less damage. You agree?
And the heat is really nice too.
Mm-hmm.
Take on, there's no point to run IS7. You should just run IS4s.
Yeah, tags pushed up straight to Banana, making sure he get all the information if anyone tries to cross the A line. Willow's watching for D3 through G6. So Corruption is setting up, trying to get information. Mr. APCR very aggressive and he has all the support in the world. Let's see how Immortals handle this peak here.
So I just 4 spot CR. It's hard to actually spot him. You can spot you on the A2, but getting spotted in return is sometimes really.
That is true. No one has lost any HP yet. Yeah, I like the spot Tanks is in, but it only works, if there's no Type 5 at A8, which they knew that Chai won't. They only have one type. Usually, if they have double type, then they go to A8. One type. Spark was holding the A6. Magna playing with Tanks.
Like the push maybe deciding the thinking.
They're deciding. Tubbins moved forward to get some information. He penned Fear. Fear penned him in return. They are now crossing. Both type Desert took some damage. No Rapid didn't. They missed the shot. I think if they cross here, No Rapid took a shot. Is Amorag though? APCR will go down. The punish was there, but not enough.
Yeah. Let's maybe start and get safe here.
Desert a little bit too aggressive, which he shouldn't have been considering he was the one that took most of damage.
Yeah, I think APCR might even live here. I don't think they can push him with the E4 and the
Well,
E cover.
they can. If Tabin moves a little forward, he will have side shot on
I
APCR.
think Tubbins will get hit though. I think he'll get hit by it. Well, maybe not. Maybe E4 might have shot. The UV would have shots on his forward.
No, Tubbins took two shot. He did pen, but there was a lot of punish from Chai's side. They took out APCR, but no Rapids is gonna go down here as well. This could have worked in favor of Corruption, but they lost too many tanks.
Yeah, or as soon as Lost Desert Storm, they should have gone it.
Not
He was reloading then.
Tanks is also out. In the banana, I think he pushed and then got counter pushed by Magna and Type 5. There's about 4k HP difference in favor of Chai.
Just 3 people on banana watching it. They only had basically 3 watching APCR. They had 3 watching the other side.
Cap pressure's on by Jax, but I think it's a little too late. Chai, they're up on 2 tanks, they're up on HP. And where he is, he can just Parko can reset him without any issues. There's the reset.
5. This one's probably.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit too opportunistic of tanks to push that 4 line. Because he didn't really had anyone covering him. Willow's also across the courtyard. He managed to get in front of UV without taking any damage, but I think after that, once 50B was reloaded, he probably punished him.
Although at that point, lost Type 5 for basically free.
Yeah.
Probably almost too late.
Fear will take out Jax here. Both are one shot unless Fear bounces. But it doesn't really matter. So Jax bounces. And a Fear bounce on
Oh.
both high score. They're respecting the 1v1.
They can get gun pressure to shoot.
He bounced again. Well, the
Your hatch for
intense IS4 action going on here. Round 1 goes to Chai. Yeah, that cross didn't work out for them. I mean, they didn't took that much damage, but when they kept pushing EPCR.
Yeah, they needed a better way to deal with APCR than.
Yeah, if they had.
Way to deal with them without the type of speed.
That is true. They needed a better way to deal with him. I think maybe the guy on the hill. I don't know if he gets rendered on him, but or find like some better angle.
Yeah, even if it doesn't get rendered, you should be able to take the blind shots on that. It's not.
That is true.
You know pretty much where exactly.
So on Chai side, UVD for 5 out of 5, 3,800 damage and a kill. Also, spotting, 1,500 spotting. Fear and Ice 4, 2,700 damage, 2 kills. Kaladin 50B, 2,600 damage and a kill. Magnan Bats at 2,600 damage and a kill. Parko Type 5, 1,900 damage. APCR and Ice 4, 1,600 damage and a kill. Survived for way long than he should have. Definitely, I think that was a deciding factor. They tried to eliminate APCR and they lost a lot of HP there. Will in Super Conk with 1,500 damage and a kill.
And over on Corruption side, Celtic DP doing 3,000 damage, so not got good damage off the hill, but I think he could have gotten shots on CR if he tried hard enough. Jaxie 9S4 doing 1,700, Hubbard's D4 doing 1,600, Those in the QL doing 1,500, Desert I5 doing 1,000, X in the IS4 doing 40, and OVO Rapid, and Type 5 doing 300 G.
Yeah, they didn't get much out of their Type 5s.
Yeah, I think that'd be something to test, I suppose, for those teams out there. See if that 50B can hit that IS4 spot.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you can, that spot becomes pretty hard to hold.
It is. I mean, even if he had died there, Immortals had already lost Desert at that point. I think it was.
Well, if they had the 50B, they could have stopped pushing him. Right? They could have just hid behind the
Mm-hmm.
building, and then they could have waited for 50B to come out the IS4,
Yeah, yeah.
and then would have saved both their lives. Now they're in a much better spot.
Ty is ready. Uh, Corruption winning versus more tanks. They are on defense now. Corruption is missing one or two of their top players, I would say. Maybe
Yeah,
one. I think it's usually it's LSW. I
oh,
know
true.
Hellcat hasn't played for a while. Over on Immortal side, they are defending and they're going with Tubbins in VZ55, Nova Rapid Desert Type 5, settling down below last 4, Jack C and 50B and tanks in E4.
Run. Side, we have Will with the QL. Here, Lamer, Arco, and 3 high 5s. Now on 50B, Magnum, Metchat, UV taking the Tehran on the hill.
Magna going to the banana right away to get any sort of information if they are going to make the cross. I doubt they will. I think he's also spotting D3.
Wonder if that bat gets spotted in return from.
No, Type 5 cannot spot him from A8. I mean, a heavy will not be able to spot the bat from A8. Because that's 6 blocks and it's an 800 meters map, so it's easily 445 meters. And you have to be a little bit closer. Both Type 5s are going to A8, and that's what I was saying. You know, when you have double Type 5s, they can go to A8.
Just down the middle.
We're seeing a lot of blind fires from Tornado on the 5 line. Something you really see a lot of from Thai or Tornado. They are not hesitant for blind fires on the obvious spots. Because if you can get like 1000 damage, right? That's a huge advantage there.
Not even 1,000. Just any amount of free damage that you can't even get shot back for is awesome, especially in a main match like this.
It
You
is.
want all the free damage you can get.
And now here's an issue though. See, Willems, he's not even spotting the forward. Like Type 5 will cross for free. Tubbins will not pen Type 5 because it's VZ. Jaxi is the only one. Tanks is now joining. But I think Willems has to spot here. Is he
I agree.
spotting?
I don't like this IS4 positioning. I think he's better where APCR was. I don't spot.
Well, even a little bit forward is fine. I think maybe he has an angle that I don't know of. Like as soon as they'll cross train, he will spot them.
Well, I think Willow's spot is bad because unlike APCR's spot, he can't really get covered by the whole army sitting behind him. Because he's like,
Yeah, he can't. So they have to.
so once he gets pushed, he gets backed up right out behind the building. The 50B on Hill can clip him, right? So
We'll move forward now to spot because they were getting either they got blind fire or Magna spotted Tuppence and Type 5 punished him. Magna crossed for free. And I think that's the advantage of a bat chat. And you're right. That's why E1 is not as effective in the current meta as J1, J2.
yeah, because the IS4 bed there, now he'd be proxy spotting Magna at least.
1300 damage on 50B. We were talking about blind fires.
Just making them bad beef. So maybe, yeah, I don't think even Magna spotted him because Magna was behind the building. So
Yeah, I don't think Magnus spotted him. That was a blind fire. You finally got penned. You took another shot. The Moore and Parko, they're full. Magnus kind of, I don't know if he's trapped or not. I think he can get out, but he's just spotting them when he needs to. He has all his HP. Parko crossed the other side, and now Willows is in a really bad spot. E4
yeah,
bounced on Parko. Because, yeah, once the Type 5 get behind that building, they can kill.
just get cheat out.
Maybe they have to go a little bit wide. But yeah, they're safe from that E4 and train station punish. Willows to 400. Bounce Lemur. They are sending two heavies up top, but I think Chai, they knew about it and they're now rotating back. Actually, not rotating, they're setting up. They're sending
Looks
two
like the,
Type 5s up the hill. I don't think that's a good play with Celtic Dawn.
I mean,
It's just, I think they
it
will.
might actually be necessary, right? Because if Willows now that they have hill right, Willows can back up and
That
not
is
get
true.
shot in the
That is
side.
true. You're right. You're right. Willows is now safe because he can back up,
But it is also a 5v, like a 5v4 on the side.
which is fine because they're defending, right? But I think they did save Willows. He's still at 1700. But yeah, those tanks like 50B and Tehran can still rotate, but I don't think other tanks can. Those Type 5s can also get the reset from up top, right? So I think this can work. Like that Tehran and 50B, they won't be able to.
Now they're
However,
trying to clip Willows, but I
yeah,
think they're going to.
Cullen went around. Did he pen him? He penned him once and he's on reload now. Type 5 Brigade is coming up. That is out of the box
Maybe use a
thinking.
one shot.
Sending
Magna
Type
might
5s
get
up
him.
the hill. The only thing is now they left the hill and they can push the low side. Yeah, 50B goes down.
Yeah, I think the 5.5s are too slow to make that push. I think
Not to mention
that's
that.
why I don't think
Mm-hmm.
you don't need more than one 5.5, right? 'Cause if you had faster tanks to make that push, catch the 50.
Stebbins took another shot. 20 seconds on the cap. Willows. Oh, there's a building here, so Willows couldn't get a reset. I think Tubbins might have been able to get that reset on Willam, but he was getting suppressed by the types. Willows is down to one shot. Will go down here by Magna.
It's double cheated.
Types. Punishing type. VZ struggling against type. VZ goes down. Willows goes down.
The key part of the defense here was that 50B that was an A1. I think if he'd stayed alive there, that would have countered a lot of what I was trying to do here. So he would have been able to get resets in the QL, affect his IS4 buddy better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think he needed to stay alive. Better than
He got hit for 1400 in the beginning as well.
yeah, if he just stays alive back there, I mean, I don't know how well. I mean, even with the count out, he's probably not staying unspotted, but just needs to stay alive to punish people on cap, because that way the QL won't be able to just sit there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but okay, so Corruption did had a plan to save Willows, right? It's just a little bit slower on those Type 5s, and then Tehran and 50 we just left the hill.
Okay, sounds good. We'll leave.
And you have three Type 5s, right? Aiming at the guy on the train station, he can't really get reset safely. So that was tough. Over on Immortal side, we have the Storm Type 5, 1700 damage. Tubbins and VZ, 980 damage. Willows and S4, 800 damage. Tanks and E4, 800 damage. No Rapid in Type 5, 700 damage. Celtic gonna ask for one shot of damage, and Jackson 50B, unfortunately, no damage.
Jaxie, Corruption really need more out of Jaxie there. He's in such a critical spot. I'd be able to drop clips in the QL and to protect the IS4. He's in a good spot. I think he just knows HMA to trade out.
I think, yeah. he had to play safe. Even like an e4 is better there.
Maybe they could have switched spots, had the E. I think yeah, I would have had enough time for send the E4 back to A1 and leave the 50B.
Mm-hmm.
Then over on China side, Parko the TIE 5 doing 4K. Even the Tron doing 1,900. Talon 50B doing 1,011. Beamer and TIE 5 doing 1,000. Magnet Batchet doing here in the TIE 5 doing 700. 2L doing 600.
It is best of 7. Chai are up 2-0.
Sand River.
This is Corruption's map, and they're on defense. Sand River defense. After playing Sand River enough, I think defense is not as strong. Like, it is strong, but it's still. Chai can beat it. Corruption can also beat the defense.
I still think the defense, but I think it's like an 80% win on defense.
No.
Still think
If you keep track of time, that you're not spending too much time getting into spots, because that's one of the issues with Sand River, right? Sometimes you will spend 5 minutes getting into position only to find out, okay, that position's not going to work, and then they can't rotate out.
yeah, which I think that's what makes the defense the 80% is that it's really easy for the defenders to waste time.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many spots to check. There's so much to consider that makes it really easy just to waste all that time away, and you can't. And if the attacking team goes fast, get caught out in surprise. Stuff you didn't take check.
Yeah, but I think Chai should be able to handle the attack, but we'll see. If they can't, then we would say definitely that defense is still hard on this map, even for top teams.
I think Corruption can do it.
Corruption is ready with all their tanks, waiting for one more tank from Chai, who's getting benched here. I know UPC. Did he play the last game? I don't think he did.
So
Desert in a premium, UV in a premium. They're playing attack. UV is a Tehran. Very much possible here.
oh well, certainly.
What is Desert in though? He did play Terran yesterday in mine, so he could also be a Terran, but I don't know if it's worth it on defense. He's probably like a Balor or QL. Most probably Balor. Yeah, QL was more of a meta before the i7 buff, but now we see just more i7s. They can do
I
everything
think
better.
on Himmelsdorf,
Yeah,
making
on
a
him.
bit more of a comeback because the Heat and
Yeah,
it's good against sci-fi and Force.
that is true. That is true. On Himmelsdorf, QL can be a better option. On Immortal side, Corruption side, we have Desert and QL, No Rapid Chieftain, Tanks and Willows I7, Celtic Dawn and Tubbins and Batchat, and Jaxi in CS.
On my side, we have Emer and William in the Chieftains, Arco and 7, on Batchat, here in the CS, Magna 200, and Tehran.
Corruption are not sending anyone to K0, and they don't even have a light tank. And
Well, I think his ambitions.
Considering Kai has Terran, like, it's unlikely they'll play the top side. They are going to play the south.
Yeah, it's still pretty standard. Chai side here. They're out the south side, quick and Chieftain covering base.
if you're not
The light
already
tank.
in a position, right, it's gonna be tough. Magna took a shot. It's going to be
I think
really tough trying to get a spot if someone's capping
the
base.
he shot though on Magna.
No, it's
Well,
he got double tapped.
I think he
That's
fell down actually.
oh, he fell after that. Okay.
I think they only did like so.
Yeah, I think the problem here is now I can take H0 for free, and if they have a guy at H0, right, then corruption cannot peak from F0.
Yeah, and they can cap. When Magna can get on the cap and play to counter him, on to spot him, they have to
They're going to lose the
get
tank.
CS at him.
Unless they are relying on super blind firing uh, with all their tanks.
Train, he's maybe a shot. I guess they have a Q, so basically a 2-shot.
Push is the push coming from the backside. Will.i.am did took a shot. HP is in favor of corruption so far. They haven't lost any HP. They punished Magna as well as William. But the cap pressure is on. Tanks is now coming in, but he won't be able to spot anyone. Or he won't be able to spot the light tank. He might be able to suppress the CS. Here, just put a shot in desert, and that's the issue with if opponent attacking team has a tank at H0.
You'd at least be able to spot the keep. I think option needs to stop losing HP, but they need to figure out what they're doing on this north side. It seemed pretty. Lots of tanks floating on E1, heavy tank. Like a I7. I don't know what they're doing up there. They figured out pushing.
Tanks is going through the low side, which is better than what he was trying to do earlier. Desert is just getting farmed by Fear. He took 3 shots. I think Tanks will spot Magna.
Yeah, he should
from this peak here.
Oh, wait, Lemur's. Actually, this might be.
Does Lemur know? Oh, Tanks did get spotted. He got punished by the bat. Callan put a shot in Tanks.
I think if Tanks peaks for Magna, I think the Tehran will have a shot on him.
Willows from the top is now coming. Willow should be able to spot Magna, but that's what we said about Tanks earlier. 15 seconds.
Lost a bat, chat.
Who lost the bat set? Oh. Okay, they got a reset. Lemur is also down to 2 shots. They lost that. How did the bat die? Did he fell?
Maybe he got hammer racked? I'm not sure.
Okay, Kellen is reloading. And then the other bat is trying to take Will.i.am. Okay. He pushed Will.i.am and both bats are dead.
Maybe Callan took one of them.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean that chieftain must have punished them while coming in. 2 bats not able to kill a chieftain. That's definitely not going to work well for them.
I think they had the CS along with it, just to make sure you get that up. I think that Tanks didn't really.
He's 900. Lemur put a shot in. Jaxi, no rep is coming in. Fear is gonna finish Tanks here unless he gets some sort of support. Parkway is going to join Fear.
I mean, if Novio can Kron's getting
No rapid. Lemur is just farming them. Everyone's coming in. Pargo got set on fire.
Big fire.
And he bounced the shot. Fear didn't. Can Tanks get another shot? He did on Pargo. Desert is just getting punished. Jaxi goes out. Desert's out. And yeah, I think again they just left A cap, and once you do that, right? Once the attacking team get A cap for free and have Tanks set up to punish, there's not much you can do.
I agree. I think they just played that kind of poorly, right? I mean, see, they didn't have a light tank and spot cap, and they didn't really. It doesn't look like they considered what to do once he was on cap. I think they thought Tanks would be able to spot it for free, but that spot doesn't spot the light tank for free.
Yeah, and the two
They're
bats
relying on tanks.
not able to finish William, who was also already he took one shot earlier.
Messing that up is yeah, it's a little reminiscent of yesterday's match with the match had failing to kill deal with two sevens.
Mm-hmm. Our corruption tank side tanks definitely hitting all his shots, 2800 damage. That Park on fire as well. Happens in batch at 2200 damage. No rapid chieftain 1200 damage. Desert and QL 1k damage. Jackson TS 2 shots of damage, and Willows with 1 shot, and set. No, he must have.
Took five
Celtic
shots.
Dawn didn't even fire. I think
Yeah.
he must have got tracked, and then perma tracked, and then
Oh yeah,
yeah, Callan
not
and
maybe.
Chieftain just yeah. He must have got perma tracked there.
Must have maybe just got a little. And over on chat side, we have Will the Chieftain doing 1,400. Here in the CS doing 2,400. Gamer the Chieftain doing 1,000. Kellen the match chat doing 1,100. Even Tron doing 1,000. Work with the I7 doing 100. And Magna 200.
Now corruption is attacking. Yeah, I think it's fine to not play light tank, but then you have to take the aggressive spots and make sure that since they have a light and they cannot get on the cap for
Yeah, you
free.
really gotta have a plan sets, and I think their plan just didn't. Yeah, they didn't think about all the angles.
Okay, let me test the audio, even though we are 3 games in. Okay, everything looks good. Corruption's ready.
Maybe they picked Cinder because they have a killer attack strategy plan.
Maybe.
I don't know if one exists on Sand River outside of the because what I did was pretty normal. Right? Didn't do anything out of. Didn't do anything pretty crazy. It was all
Mm-hmm.
pretty normal, just well executed.
Yeah. It seemed normal to a from a distance perspective, but yeah, the execution is something that people can miss, but they did it very flawlessly. Like for example, they got to H0 and Fear was I think he managed to pen 3 shots in Desert. And Desert was trying to blind fire the cap.
Maybe if he'd been in a Mao or a Chieftain there, he would have had better.
Yeah,
Would have been able to stay safer.
true. I don't think UL did a good play there.
The only 7 degrees of compression if he had the 10 ladder profile.
On Chai side, we have UV and BZ, APCR Chieftain, Timur Kraman, Parkway 7, Kellen Bats at Fear CS, and Mag 9, T100.
For side, we have Nobio and Willis Chieftains, Jackson Valor, Tanks I7, and Celtic Desert, Ovens all in back.
No light tank again from Corruption. I know Tabin doesn't like to play lights, but I thought Corruption do. So that's usually the difference that I see between Corruption and Immortals. But today we haven't seen like a vision tank from Corruption. Like
Yeah.
in Himmels they didn't have a bat chat. In Sand River they don't have a light tank.
And I think they're really getting punished.
Tanks managed to get
Either
under
vision
the
and they're
hill
just
though.
not playing it well.
Yeah. Tanks managed to get under the hill. Only took one shot of damage. That's decent. UB took one shot as well.
Hey, getting tanks under the hill for free that's a good start.
Mm-hmm. Parko probably coming to A8 now. He is. If Tanks can put a shot in Parko. No, he was able to get there without taking any damage.
So they're gonna go the outside for free as well, since no one's at 0.
Yeah, I like what Corruption is doing. They're slowly taking map control and boxing Chai in. As long as they can keep their HP, support each other, I think this can work.
Problem is, I mean, corruption doesn't like taking that, so
They don't need to cap if they can box in the Chai's team, right, from all angles. You can just
go for the kill.
yeah.
I think that's I don't know. I think you need to like tank in order to draw them out a bit more. Cause you can play safe enough. There's enough spots you can just hide down, not get hit.
Magna got spotted. He's going back. See, now they're punishing Fear every time he tries to poke. The Fear had to drop his spot.
I think they need to do it faster.
Parko pushing Willows. He penned Chieftain, but Chieftain bounced on I7. Willows need to connect a shot or two here. Put one in I7. UV is going to join Parko. No one's helping Willows though.
Yeah, Willows and tanks are good by themselves, so I think this power in the mid will help them, but
Yeah,
how
this
much?
push comes at a very perfect time because no one's covering Willows. One of the bad is rotating.
Willows then he's in a spot that's actually kind of hard to cover. I don't know if you had a run back same.
Willow's about to die. Also, Nova Rapid is capping, but that's not a good spot to cap. He will be outspotted by the other heavies.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you have a Chieftain cap. I'd rather just see him G7 or up there more aggressively.
Tubbins is now getting in position to help Willows. Willows hasn't taken any damage so far. I guess Tornado they don't, or Chad didn't know if they have anyone. He did punish tanks. Second bat's also going to join. Callan got double tap, triple tap, down to 400. Another shot. Tubbins.
One.
They didn't confirm the kill, but that's a good punishment from Corruption.
Yeah, wait, tanks is 700 though.
Yeah, Tank's getting punished by Parko. He needs to get into a better position. I think Willows is not keeping Parko spotted. Callan is just sitting there. He should die. They need to kill him, and so that they can start putting pressure on Parko. Otherwise, tanks would die. Corruption is in a good spot.
Yeah, I think Callan's pretty safe though. I think he's got a little ditch there. He can.
Which is fine. You have two bats. Just push him. Push him.
Yeah, I mean they should just send someone A1. The angle. Not even A1. Should be able to.
Yeah, Callan also trying to get an angle on tanks. I think he knows that he can't escape. He's decided to just sit there. He goes down.
Good confirmed by them. They're up on HP. Oh, 700 up 700 HP. But they are up.
The bats can now just finish Parko. They should be able to, as long as they connect their shots.
Parko's covered by the VZ and the Chieftain though. I don't know if
no, he's not covered by VZ. No one's covering.
Oh yeah, VZ's a bitch, huh?
Those chieftains can't help Parko either. It has to be the bat jets just connecting their shot. Willows took a shot from chieftain. That's bad.
I think Willows can't go help the bat chats, but the bat chats should just build it.
Yeah, Tabin then they should be able to take him out. And actually, Desert took a shot. He'll take another one. Lag. Okay, Tabin started shooting the light. There, Parko still the same HP.
A lot of bouncing here.
Tabin is dead.
I don't think this push is gonna work down.
They did not connect the shots again. Like, Parko took 2 shots or 3.
I think they bounced once. check. But even if they didn't bounce, I don't think that was the push. I think that was a little. I think that was a little too ambitious. Because he
Yeah,
didn't. I don't think they knew where the VZ was. They didn't know.
yeah, they didn't know the VZ was because tanks like he retreated and he couldn't spot the A cross.
Yeah, and given how aggressive. Well, even Park wasn't playing aggressive, but it was slightly aggressive. Where I think you should have figured out it's probably either covering him or in a spot that get to cover close
Mm-hmm.
enough. I just don't. I think they could have killed Kellen and then either probably should have just left on south side. Maybe.
Guy is now pushing in. They are up on tanks. HP is about 1300 difference, but they're up on two tanks. And it is standard attack.
And time is probably.
Lower up is going for UV. It's safe to say I will take the round as well as the series.
Yep. 4-0.
Yeah, I think corruption. They could have won the last game. I think that was the only game where I felt they had a strong chance of winning.
Yeah, I think they're definitely opportunity here. Trying to not give them a lot of opportunities to take. They had a slide option on this one. Got Kellen out for free, nearly for free. Like that was their one opportunity to game, but it just didn't happen.
Magna versus Jaxi. Magna should go down. No, actually, that
Gee.
doesn't matter. Oh, he is shooting HC. APC are shooting HC as well. Killed by HC. As long as they're not boxing him and not killing him. Just forced that HC clip as well. Round 4 goes to Chai as well. On Chai side, in terms of damage, Parkway 97, 3k damage to kill. 1560 block, that's 4 shots. Yuvin VZ 2700 damage and a kill. APCR and Chieftain 2500 damage and a kill. Magna and Light Tank 2200 damage and a kill. Furin CS 2k damage. Lemur and Kran 1 1600 damage, 2 kills. And Kellen. Yeah, he got really punished there.
Yeah, it was their one opportunity to take the game and just didn't quite make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then over on Corruption side, we have Jackson the Valor doing 2700. Novio Rapid and the Chieftain doing 2000. Makes the I7 doing 1400. Click down in the batch chat doing 300. Mills the Chieftain doing 200. How about the batch chat doing 1200? Desert in the batch chat shot damage and a kill one.
Yeah, I think he penned I7 once and maybe Tubman penned him once and that was it. They only penned I7 twice.
Yeah, there's at least 2 bounces, but
It
even with the bounces, I still think it's not the play.
mm-hmm. Once you get the kill, you can go to the other side.
Yeah, I just the north side's really tough to push, especially with how well set up they were. The south side was definitely the so you can get that kill and take back out. You have tank advantage. You can Bills is now pretty safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe just leave one batch out there and then try playing what they were doing because they were up on trades a little bit for the beginning in Sand River as well as both attack and defense.
They just didn't quite follow up mid game. Didn't execute very well.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is it for the con. Thanks for watching, guys. GG to both teams, and congrats to Chai for dominating this round today. They win 4-0. I'll reboot the stream, so just refresh in 5 minutes, and we'll play pubs. Yeah, thanks for joining,
Yep.
Baron. Almost forgot your name. And hopefully we'll join you again with some other comp games. As always, thanks for watching, guys.